Okay, so yeah, go ahead and ask that question again. Read.
Can you? Oh, still.
Oh no.
Yeah, you went again. Just type it
Can you,
out.
can
I'll
you
look
hear
at the
me?
chat.
Yeah,
We do
I'm
start
driving,
hearing
but
you, but then
I'll ask it in 5 minutes later. I'm driving now, but I'll ask in 5 minutes later.
okay. Ace is just. Let's see. So yeah, it's just consistent. Again, do the same things over and over and over. Trust me, you'll get to where you get deals consistently. Let me just reply this. Did anybody here talk to a seller today, like this week? Greg, Reed, Sandra, any of you guys? Marianne, Rick?
No, I talked to a realtor. So I've been trying to build my realtor network to to see if I can whatever house they have that's not a good fit for them. We can do like a lease option or something.
Okay. And you talked to a realtor on a property, or you just talked to a realtor?
No, on a property. So the guy gave me the listing that he had. He had something. I shoot over an email with the details what we could do.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's the deal. I also talked to a couple of investors in my area, but everybody's like, not a lot of people got deals. Do you do a lot of co-wholesaling?
I've done several. Not a lot though. To the point. Only though, again, what the ones that I actually JV on is the ones that maybe they're not the specific house that I know my investors and buyers or I want to keep. So let's say it's a house that's 7 bedrooms. Again, that's too much of a house for me. So what I do is I JV with somebody. You know what? Hey, do you have a buyer? Okay, go ahead and lock it up. Go ahead and sell it. That gives me the time to be stay on where my bread and butter is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't done a lot of JVs like that, like as a routine. You know what I mean? Like Justin says, which is good. Again, how many people in your area are doing and finding properties?
A lot.
A
Yeah.
lot. Call them up.
That's what I'm doing. I actually text them. I scrape them on
Call them up.
Google. Yeah.
Call them up, man. Again, I know texting is the easy way to say hi.
Oh yeah, but
Call them up.
if I get traction with them, then I call them.
Okay. I always call them. Again, I call them.
No, you're
Like
right. I mean, it's good to call.
it's the best. You'll see right away. Even he might be a nice guy over text, but you call him and you know you want to be a JV partner with him or not.
Yeah.
If he's an asshole, then you're not gonna be a JV partner. You can't sense if someone's an asshole or not over text. You know what I mean? So again, if we had a time, again, it's like Stephen Arnio. I don't know if you guys know who Stephen Arnio is. Well, he passed away. God bless his soul. He was a real estate investor. And he's like, we have time. Right now, we have time. Pick up the call, pick up the phone and dial. Get them on the phone. Again, when it comes to maybe not have that time, means when you're already making $3 or $4 million a year, then you don't have the time. Maybe just text them because you want to text 1,000 people. But right now we have the time. Again, I'm humble enough to know that I'm not where I want to be at yet.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, fine, Ace?
Yeah, I can hear you, but when you start talking, it kind of.
Yeah, I apologize. I was on a freeway driving.
Oh, don't worry.
But what I was gonna ask you is on those lists once you do your driving for dollar, how you contact them? I mean, what's your way to contact these
Now,
guys?
there's two techniques. It's like a compound of techniques. Okay, you see a house. That's the first thing you do. You see a house, right? You should have your notepad ready that says, "My boss saw their house. is interested in buying it, or if you're interested in selling it, call him. That as soon as you either, if it's abandoned, you can put it in the door. If it's not abandoned and it looks like it's someone living in there, you just leave it in the mailbox. Now, if you want to be gutsful, go knock on the door. My boss sent me over here. He saw this house, or somebody sent him this house. He wants to know, he's looking to buy houses in the area. Are you interested in selling? That's really, literally, you're literally getting in front of the seller's face. That's the best, because you might want to get the address and skip it, but you never know if you get good data. You never know that they might not answer you. But if you want to be full on guerrilla marketing, getting out there in front of people's faces, is literally, you see a house, write the address down, take a picture, take a note. Hey, my boss sent me to see about this house. Are you interested in selling? Call him, fold the note, go knock on the door. If they open, hey, my name is Reed. My boss Robert, he sent me over to see about this house. I think he might be interested in buying in the area. Are you interested in selling? If they say no, oh, thank you. If they don't answer, you post that little post-it on the front door, right? And then you go home and then you skip trace it and you call them. Hey, yeah, my name is Reed. I went by your house earlier today. My boss sent me over. I posted a yellow note on your door. Did you guys get that already? Oh no, the house is vacant. Oh yeah, that's why you guys didn't answer. Well, my boss is trying to buy it in that area. Are you guys even interested in selling it, or maybe renting it to him? You know what I mean? Then and then if they don't answer, then you text them. You see, so you're there at the house. You take a picture. You take the address down. You write your notepad. You knock on the door. If they don't answer, you put the post-it. You go home. You skip trace it. You call them. If they don't answer your call, then you text them. So how many times do you hit them? Knocking, post-it, calling, and texting. 4 times. That's once. That's in one contact.
I understand, but I don't know. I'm not the type that knock. I might leave the note,
You
know.
see,
the
but remember,
mailbox, you know.
what if I told you, Reed, hey, I'll give you $10,000 if you go knock on this door? Would you do it?
I understand.
Again, you're not the investor. You know what? I got hired off of Craigslist to go knock on some doors. I'm just doing my job. I think maybe we have a fear. I'm perfectly accepted that I do have fears of maybe people being assholes to me. But what's on the other side of the assholes is the money. But sometimes you have to go through some of them. Again, in this business, Reed, we can't be scared. When I left my 9-to-5 job that I had it was my career. I studied for that career. It was 9-to-5. I already knew everything. It wasn't pressure. It wasn't what's it called? It was comfortable already, but I wasn't gonna be able to make the money that I'm making right now staying there. Even though it was good, I wasn't gonna do the same thing I'm doing right now, and the liberty and the fun that I have.
What was your career, Ace?
I was a lender. I was a private money lender
Oh, okay.
for 8 years. And my job was easy already. I had already learned it. Within 3 years, you learn exactly what to do, and it's just routine. Just keep on growing the company. So I know, Reed, but again, just get out there. Again, it comes in time where you have to ask yourself, is this the job that I want? Is this the career that I see myself with all the bad things that it comes with all the good things that it comes with, all the money that it comes in with? Is this what I want to do? And if you say yes, then you got to do everything. If you say no, then maybe it's time for you. You know what? Maybe this is not what I want. It's fun. I see it and people are doing it, but there's certain things that I don't like to do. Now, if you want to work under somebody and maybe just do like the 3 or 4 things that are not being in front of people, then yeah, but then you won't get compensated as if you were doing everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
So again, just the best thing that I learned how to do it. My name is Reed. My boss sent me. Who's your boss? Well, this guy that hired me out of a Craigslist. He told me he gave me 10 addresses. He said, go knock on the door, tell him Robert sent you. Robert's a private investor looking to buy in this area. Are you interested in selling that? Well, why the F you come and knock on my door? Like I mentioned, my name is Robert. My name is Reed. Robert sent me. Well, who the hell's Robert? Well, if you want to know, again, I can put him in touch with you. What's your phone number and your name? Well, I'm not gonna give you my phone number. Okay, then you might not be interested in selling, right? No, get the hell on property. Okay, I apologize. You have a good day. It's cool, calm, and collected all the way through.
I got a question about that. So
Yeah.
What?
let's say you talk about your boss. Next thing you know, you doing the contracts, you sending everything for this person, and then you're gonna be at the table with them, and then they're gonna be like, oh, it's not your boss, it's you. So you lie.
Oh, he hired me.
Okay.
He did such a great job. He hired me. He said, you know what, Arturo, you're doing such a great job. You weren't scared of knocking on the door. You got the information that most people that I hire to do knocking did. I want to hire you and bring you on my team. I'm going to make you my mentee.
Hmm.
So you got to be sharp when they ask you those questions.
Yeah.
That's where the guts comes in. The guts shows you to be sharp. You're not going to be me. I'm going to be at the same level as you. Oh, yeah, he hired me. I'm glad he did. Because I love what I do. I don't mind going knocking on doors. Again, I'm happy that you were the nice one, because the last 3 or 4 people that I knocked were assholes. The good thing you're not an asshole, man.
Yeah.
You see, people can sense real people, and people can sense fake people. People don't want to make business with fake people.
Right.
They want to do business with the real people that are honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. And there's a lot of hiccups down that came throughout the process, but then again, there's a lot of money on the other side of the hiccups. But if you don't want to do the hiccups, then you can't take advantage of the money. Then it's not how it works.
Have
know
you
what I mean?
done any subject to or any owner finance?
Yeah,
Any creative?
all of my owner finance deals are all sub twos.
Can you explain to me how you went about it and how was it?
Sub twos is mainly there's no equity on the property.
Mm.
The seller doesn't not want to keep on paying the property. Cash doesn't work. Let's say, man, well, you owe 100, your house is worth probably like 90. Again, I'm willing to pay you 50, but you gotta bring 40 into the table so I can buy it. Well, I can't do that. Well, I do like the house, and it seems like whatever you're telling me, you do want to get rid of it because you don't want to make the payment, right? And that's your only issue, man, just making the payment. Like, yeah, I just don't want to make the payment. Okay, well, I can have my attorneys draft a paperwork where I can take over the property and I take over the payments. Does that even interest you? Yeah, it does. Well, okay. Well, let's go ahead and so let me drive this contract. It says that Arturo is gonna take over the property payments, and you owe more or less this much. There's more or less your interest payment. There's more or less your interest. Is more or less your term, and it's only you in the property. Yes. So then I get that contract. It says I'm gonna do an inspection and I'm gonna do a title search. And then you can do a title if you're real close to a title company. They can do a free title commitment for you, just to see the history of the property. But it's up to you. Have no money into it. Go to Fiverr, pay somebody $25 to do a title report. They usually do it in a day, and it looks clean. There's no liens. Okay, you sign it up. You create the deed. The deed is basically where the seller transfers the property to your name. It says grantor grants this person the property. You get a power of attorney, saying that lady is going to give you power of attorney on that property for any issues going forward. A letter of authorization saying that she gives authorization for you to reach the bank, the bank's information, the bank account number for the mortgage, and the password for the mortgage. And then that's pretty much it.
What's your exit strategy there? What do you put it on the? What are you gonna do?
Those are gonna be owner finance.
So you're gonna bring a buyer to the table to purchase this home?
I'm gonna bring an owner finance buyer, yeah, somebody that has bad credit, that has down payment. I ask out my minimum down payment, it's at least 20,000.
So basically you're gonna do a lease option.
Yes, without the having to take care of the house.
Got you. So you're not gonna be doing a sandwich. It's a straight lease.
No. Yeah. No. Well, I'm not. Well, I'm gonna be basically. I'm doing a sandwich because I'm staying in the middle. But I'm not gonna be cleaning your toilets. Because in the lease, they can call you, hey, Arturo, this toilet broke, come fix it.
Gotcha. Okay,
Right?
so
But
pretty
in,
much you're gonna do are you gonna get cash? You're gonna get cash now, right? With the 20,000, and then you're gonna receive the cash flow. Are you gonna receive any cash flow out of this property?
mainly, at least want to get $100 cash, at least.
Gotcha. And then
At
are
least.
you gonna get something on the back end when it increases the price?
So
Okay.
usually what I do, let's say that house, that example where the house is worth 90
Mhm.
or worth 100, I'll probably sell it for 120. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So let's say the 90 that it has on the mortgage, it's already on year 12. So as more payments come in, the principal starts going down. So I always do 5-year balloons. So at year 5, they probably owe let's say 80 on the mortgage, on the underlying mortgage. And these guys that owe me 100 because I sold it for 120 with 20K down, they owe me 100. After 5 years, they'll probably still owe me like 97 because I'm charging 9 to 11%. So then you got it from 80 to 97, that's 17K on the payoff. So I get the down payment in, I get the cash flow in the middle, and then I cash out in the back end. Well, Arturo, what happens if they can't cash out? You don't have a loan at the back end, that they can get a loan. Okay. Well, Mister, the terms said were real simple. At 5 years, you got to pay me off, or I keep the property back. Now I can't do that, but I'm not a jerk because again, you be making me payments perfect. Let's renegotiate the contract. You owe me right now 97,000. I got to make something on top of that for me to convince me to give it back to you and give it another 5 years. How much can you give me above the 97? He's like, well, I can give you 5. Well, you know what? Let's make it 10 and we'll be the same terms in 5 years. You got to pay me off. How does that sound? Perfect. And you do the same thing again. Now he owes you 97. You restart the interest at year 1. And now at another 5 years, that underlying mortgage at 80 now is at 70 or probably 65. And at year 5 over here, 97, they probably owe you like 94 because you restarted the mortgage. So now you're 65 and you are at 94. That's a bigger chunk. That's close to 30K. And you cash flow the middle. And you keep on doing it. Let's say another year 5, they can't pay it off. You owe me this much. How much are you going to pay me for me to give you another 5 years to buy me a mortgage?
And is that include the interest rates that you added to yourself or no?
Yeah, on the back end, yeah, I'm charging like 9 to 11%.
Okay.
So let's say the underlying mortgage is like 700. The new mortgage, let's say at 11% is probably like 1,300. So I'm making the difference.
See, when you talk about those prices, because I live in Jersey, the prices here are way higher. Like I get like
yeah. So let's say the house is worth 450.
Yeah.
Right. So you take it over at 450 and you sell it at 500,000 with 50K down. So when they give you the 50K down, now you're at 450. What your mortgage is at, right? But the mortgage that you loan out, it's at 11%. The mortgage that you have, it's at 4%. The mortgage that you have has a payment of, let's say, 2,500. The new mortgage that you gave has a mortgage payment of 3,500. So you're making that $1,000 in the difference. You know what I mean? And this one is gonna go. The one that you have right now is gonna go down much faster than the new one, because the new one's brand new and it has a much higher interest rate. So this is where you have to know how mortgage works. Again, I used to be a lender, but it's not hard to understand how mortgage works. Especially a mortgage, they front load all the interest.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're gonna pay 100K in interest on a house, the first half of the mortgage is gonna be mainly interest.
Yeah.
And then the back end is gonna be more principal and less interest.
Is there any tricks that we can do to not pay this much interest? Just pay the principal more, right? On the beginning.
For what? What do you mean? For this strategy?
When I'm talking about when you purchase a home.
On a personal?
Yeah.
Just double the payment.
Yeah.
double the payment every single month. Instead of paying, let's say you pay, well, see, Jersey's crazy. You said the average, what's the average mortgage over there?
1,700.
So 1,700. So let's say probably around 1,100 of that is principal, right?
Yeah,
The rest is taxes and insurance.
right.
So then make it,
Something.
let's say, if you can't make an extra 1,100 towards the principal, make
Right.
500 towards the principal.
Yeah,
So instead of making a payment of 1,700, you're making a payment of what, 2,200,
right.
and you pay it religiously every single month. You pay the 17 and you pay the 5. You pay the 17, you pay the 5.
Hmm.
That's only we can save interest if you double either double pay or pay more towards the principal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't refinance right now. Everybody's saying, "Oh, let me refinance because it's 3%." Yeah, but you gotta understand it's a brand new 3% interest rate loan, meaning that your interest is gonna reset at 0 at day one. So if you do a mortgage for 450, and let's say for the whole mortgage term you're gonna pay 200K in interest, you're starting from 0 at 200K. On the
Yeah,
current interest loan that you have right now, maybe it's at a 6, but you were gonna pay 150 in interest, but you already paid into that interest, let's say 80K.
yeah,
On paper, it looks nicer, the 3% than the 5% or the 6%. But on the timeline where you're down the road, it looks much better that you're already close to paying all of your interest on the first loan, then refinance it and starting from 0. Some lenders are tricky. Again, they're doing a disservice to the people. Oh yeah, you're getting a 3% now. Yeah, but I was already had a 6% for 10 years. That means I already paid most of my interest off. But it's 3% on paper. Yeah, the lender's gonna get a brand new loan at day 0. You're gonna get a new loan at 3% on paper, but you're gonna start on day 0 as well.
right.
People are tricky, man. You gotta be careful. Any other questions, guys?
Hey, young man, what's your name again?
Arturo Ace. Oh, sorry. You can call me Justin.
I was gonna say
you're Justin
it's
today.
Justin. Justin Jr.
Justin Jr.
JR.
Hey, Ace, if we have a property owner in pre-foreclosure, and how much time do we need to get the sale stopped, either short sale or buy it subject to or something like that?
Okay.
How much time do you think?
Now, what's the strategy? Like, are you gonna try to wholesale this property, or are you trying to subject to it to yourself, or what are you trying to do?
Probably wholesale it to another investor.
Okay, so there, you literally within a day you can stop the foreclosure. You can't do a short sale in a day. The short sale takes probably, at the base case scenario, maybe like 40 days. If everything gets approved and everything lines up, it can take months. But to stop the foreclosure through a judgment, 1 day.
One
But
day.
you gotta have the agreement of the buyer. Now, the attorney that's gonna stop the foreclosure, they're gonna need to get compensated, and it's around $1,500 here in my area. If you have a deal with an attorney that I'm gonna give you 6 pre-foreclosure stoppage, I'm gonna give you 6 businesses, then he might bring it down to 1,000, but he still needs to get he still needs to get compensated. So in that case, what I would do, I'll talk to the seller, the owner of the house, and I already have an investor lined up. And then I'll tell, hey, Larry, you're the seller of the house. I'm gonna stop your foreclosure so you won't lose the house. I'm gonna pay out of my pocket. So I have to either get a lien under your property, or I can I have to JV on your deed with you, or have some type of agreement where I have vested interest in this property to get paid. You know what I mean? Because somebody has to pay that $1,000. Now, I'm assuming that people that they can't pay the mortgage, they might not have $1,000 laying around to pay for the attorney, right, Larry?
Right.
So what I would do, I'll do a deed. I know how to do them because I've done deeds. they're pretty simple. So basically, Larry is gonna vest the property over to me. Let's say how much you want to make, Larry. For you
Oh.
to for me to take over the property, how much do you want to make?
Probably 10,000.
Okay, so let's say at 10,000, me paying you 10,000 and paying the $1,000 to the mortgage and still making another 10K on the back end on a wholesale deal works. Then I'll put a deed. Hey, I'm deeding you property over to me with an underlying mortgage with a 10K fee to be paid once it's sold, plus the 1K that I paid. So all that has to be done on the deed that says that I owe you, Larry, to pay out the property, the 10K, and I'm getting credited for the 1K. Then now I'm the owner of the property through deed, right? You don't record that deed. That only gives you ownership once you record it. And then now you get your buyer, your investor involved, and say, you know what? Okay, lock it up. So then, okay, you know what? One more contract. Okay, I already have a buyer at 110. The guy wants 80 for himself, plus the 10, that's 90, plus the 1. So I'm making the difference between the 91 to the 110. Then you put a contract between and you see it gets complex. The contract between you, Larry, and me, I'm buying it with the rights to assign, and I assign it to his buyer. But I still have the leverage of, in case this seller wants to back out, I'll record the deed where he gave me the property once I pay it off.
Okay.
So if you want to stop it, the quickest, fastest way to stop it is through a judgment with an attorney, and that's going to cost you. So before you pay anything towards somebody else's property, you got to make sure there's some paperwork involved in between. Not a contract to buy the house. That doesn't really. Again, contracts can get deleted. You need some type of deed or lien or something like that.
Okay, so
But it's
the only way you can stop a foreclosure is catch up the back payments, right?
well, that's one way. That's the most expensive way because you got to pay all the passive payments. The judge, an attorney can stop a foreclosure through something called the temporary restraining order. I don't know if it works in all states. It probably does. So basically, the seller hires an attorney to tell the judge that approved the foreclosure, saying, hey, if you take my property, I'm going to lose all my investment. Give me a chance. 99% of the time, they get approved. So then once it gets approved and signed by the judge saying this property's foreclosure cannot go through, it gets blocked. You take that document that's signed by the judge that says that the foreclosure stopped, and then you go to the trustee and say, here, you cannot foreclose on the property, and they'll pull it from the list. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then once they pull it, it might get restarted to foreclosure in 60 days. Depends. Some take 45 days, some take sooner, but at least it buys you time. Let's say it buys you 30 days to do something with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then in between that time, let's say you already have it, you have the seller agree to the price, you have the buyer agree to a price, then you just contact the bank. Hey, bank, this property is gonna get sold already. What's the payoff? Don't foreclose on it. And once you talk to them and you explain to them, they might give you, okay, we won't restart the foreclosure.
Okay.
And if they do, and you can't close it in time, you can do, I think they can do up to 2 temporary restraining orders back to back, which is another attorney gets him up again and blocks it again. So again, you don't have to lose your property just because you don't have the mortgage payment. You don't have to pay some money. You have to pay, again, in my area is $1,500.
All right, thank you.
And that can be done within, even in the morning. If you just gotta get the judge. And now with the COVID, again, it all has to be done through Zoom calls, and it's crazy. But it can be done. There's other ways. Again, I'm not an attorney. You can do what's called a BK7 filing or a BK13 filing, but that's more advanced. But it can still be done. Any other questions, guys? So yeah, so again, this is the first lead that I get from the screen that you guys seen. It's the first lead that I get through the Facebook group marketing. And that was quick because I literally within an hour.
What are you gonna
You got
do
that.
now with the lead? Did you call it
This
yet?
I'm a column. Okay, this one says you're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it sold last year or 2 years ago for, let's say, around 450. You see here it's 479 when it was listed. So let's say it sold for 450. So they're literally, they want 475. They literally want more or less they want what they paid for it.
Yeah. How much is it worth
Yeah.
now?
Let me see. So what do you think if they're asking for what they paid for it? Let me ask you guys. Let me see if you guys have learned from Justin. If they're asking for what they paid for 2 years ago, what's an option for us to do there?
Lease option.
Exactly. Quickly.
That's
They're losing money and they're not getting any money.
What was that?
The
You
house
broke
was
up.
nice.
You broke up.
This house is sweet. Again,
Yeah.
this is a nice house.
Yeah.
Let me see.
When you got the lead, what did the person said to you? I'm looking to sell it.
Yeah, he said it was through a posting that says, "Hey everyone, I'm looking to buy 4 to 5 houses over the next 30 days, all cash, 10 years experience. What's out there?" I'm looking at the posting and she misspelled it. My VA misspelled the posting. But it worked. So they replied. Hold on, let me show it to you. Let me read it to you. So she sent me a picture of the property and it says, and then she said 475. And then I put, perfect. How do I reach? Via Facebook Messenger or your phone? And then she added me through a Facebook, a friend, and then she sent me her text, her phone number. And then I told her I'll call her at 1:30.
Ace,
Go ahead.
did you say this is a Facebook lead through Guerrilla Marketing?
Correct. Yes.
Interesting.
Right. So yeah, again, like here, who's done deals in Montgomery? These are all high-end properties.
Yeah, that's in Texas, and the house is worth 500. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, this house is like 410. This was over 410 for 400,000, 316. Yeah, this is a higher end. $1.3 million. What lake is this? Hold on, let me see. Oh, it's in Lake Holmes, Conroe, I think. I think I vacationed somewhere here a while ago. Is this Lake Travis? So this might be something I can get with Justin. Again, Justin's an expert in doing these options in Texas.
Yeah.
And we haven't done the deal together yet, so. Yeah, it's north of Houston.
Ace, have you had several leads from the Guerrilla Marketing, or is this the only one, or how's that gone?
This is the first one. I just started it today. I started it today. So one of the rules that you cannot post more than 11 new postings a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted them today. I had my VA post 11 today. You can bump as many as you can, but you can only post 11. So once it gets to having 150 postings already, so that's what, in 15 days, I already have 150 postings out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it posts, those 150, the next day can be bumped.
Bumping means like just
put in a comment.
Just put in a comment, yeah.
Yeah, put in a comment in there. So then I'm gonna do new listings every 14 days.
Hey Ace.
Go ahead.
You can trick to that to get around the bumping. If some of the students are in that same marketing, wherever that is, you could just have them make a comment like it or say interested or something like that, and it'll rebump it to the top so you don't have to do it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's one of the strategies as well. I have the VA do it, so because I'm thinking I try to do it myself, and I was like, okay, how long would it take me to post 11 and then bump all of them? So once I have the 150 postings already that I want, then I'll bump them off one day. You know what? It takes me an hour to bump. So okay, you know what? I'm paying my VA $3. I'll have her bump it every day herself. Put a picture or still look. I told her you can put a picture. You can say still looking. You can put my phone number. What's out there? Hello guys. Little notes like that. But I was able to, because it's kind of limited the way they were showing us, because they wanted me. So let's say it posts, right? The only link that the guerrilla marketing had was the link to the original group. And then I'll have to go there and then search for my posting. Like, well, if I have 150 postings out there, that's gonna take you a long time.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, I was right, but that's the only way we can do it. Oh, not really. He's like, when you send me a posting, like let's say you want to send me a posting on a group, you can send me the link. He's like, yeah, well, I'll save that link instead. I won't save the group link. I'll save the link to the posting itself, so that I can have my VA just click that link when she wants to bump it. She doesn't have to say, well, I gotta search it on Facebook groups, I gotta search it on the save. No, just click that link and it'll take you directly to the posting. And that's gonna save you at least 6 minutes per bump.
It sounds like that lead was a pretty warm lead.
Yeah, it is. Because again, literally, I'm gonna have Justin call. I'm gonna call him right now. Because he's the one that he loves those type of leads op. That's a 100% everyday lease option. Because I'm not gonna pay cash for that house. You just bought it at full retail last year. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have Justin call it if he wants to JV on it. Because again, I'm not that versed in lease options. I can do wraps, and that'll be a good wrap. But I think a lease option, like for me there, it's more of a mental block, the wrap. Because for me, like 450K, it's a lot. You know what I mean?
Fruit snacks, I'm gonna give you some.
So for me, that's a lot of money
Here,
on the lease option.
come here.
How does a wrap work?
How does the wrap
Here.
work?
Okay. You can try it once.
Okay.
Throw
So
it
the
throw
way
it over
the-
in here. I'm gonna
The way the wrap works is basically you take ownership of the deed.
Oh, okay.
Like the one that I mentioned, Larry. So let's say you, Mac, you're the owner of this house. The only way this house works is if I become the owner of the property and I take over the mortgage. It's like, okay, well, how does that work? Well, when the bank originally loaned you the money, the previous owner gave you a deed for the property, transfer you, like, yeah, okay. And then the bank put their lien underneath, like, yeah, well, that title, you can transfer over to me. The same thing as the owner. The only thing that stays in place is the mortgage. That lien still carries over to me. And then now I'm gonna be responsible to making the payments to the mortgage. Okay. And what are you gonna do after that? Well, I'm gonna get a qualified buyer in here. I'm gonna be on top of that qualified buyer for the next 48 months until he can refinance the house under his name. In the meantime, I'm responsible for if the house breaks down, if the toilet messes up, or the lights go out. Again, I'm responsible for that.
Isn't that the same as a sub two?
Well, yeah, see, I'm doing the sub 2 part first. Once they agree to that, the second part is the wrap.
Oh, okay.
Is where you wrap. Your position is get wrapped on the new loan. So now I'm gonna resell it. Now I'm the owner. Mag, you're no longer the owner of the deed. There's still the same mortgage. We still owe Wells Fargo per se. But now I'm the deed owner. Well, now I'm gonna wrap my position with the new guy. The new guy's gonna buy it at 550, owner finance with 100K down. At 11%. So that's gonna be another deed that says that I'm gonna wrap the deed against it. So again, it sounds complicated, but it's just probably like 7 documents that need to get created. It's not that, again, once you do it once, it's kind of the same thing. Maybe just change a little bit of the words in the deed. but it's basically said once it becomes the deal owner, you wrap it against the other one. You get power of attorneys, you get letter authorizations, just another few documents. But the best thing here, guys, if you guys have something like that, get with somebody that's done it before.
Yeah.
Don't try to break your head on trying to do it by your own, because you'll end up not doing the deal at all, because you're gonna become overwhelmed.
You want to get part of the pie. It's
Yeah,
better
I'd
than
rather
no
get a
pie.
little bit of watermelon than the whole grape, like they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it works. I know it works. I've done it. Again, all of my rentals, well, not rentals, all of my owner finance properties that I owner finance out, it's zero money in for me. I took deed and then I wrapped it to another buyer. And I'm in the middle. I collect the payments. So I call them every other month. Hey, payment, they send me the cash app. Literally, they send me, well, I'll show you the cash app, or they deposit on my bank account. Once I get the money, then I pay the mortgages. All right.
Ace,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You had signed up for the guerrilla marketing a few weeks ago. And I know you ran into a little bit of a problem at first, but you're just now doing the first lead. Is that because they were that slow, or did you have some ramp up time yourself?
So the main hurdle and issue, again, when you pay for something, you expect efficiency and speed
Right
away, right? And I think maybe that's where it was like, maybe I was just expecting too much. It took a long time for them to be at the 150 group range. You would think like maybe, let's say within 5 days, they'll have it all ready. Like all the groups requested and everything, some approved, some pending, and then they'll explain to me what's the next process.
Mhm.
Well, that took a long time. How long was that? Like a month ago or a month and a half ago?
That's at least
Yeah.
a month.
So, at least a month, right? So I think it was a week ago that I actually got the final set. They finished all the groups.
Okay.
Right? Already were added, whatever. They showed me the templates that I gotta post. So then from when because basically the way they see it is the way I was mentioning you. They have the posting, what to post, and the link to the group. They don't have the in between. They have the 30K view of the process, but I can't tell my VA to do that type of process. So again, it overwhelms me if I have to do all that. So I was like, it took me a week to figure it out how I can explain to a child that they can do it simple. So the way I did it, let me see. I have it right here. You see this?
Yes.
Okay. Go. There we go. Hey, what happened? So I don't know what happened here. I'll figure it out. Let's see. There we go. There we go.
There it is.
So what I did here. Oh shoot! Yeah, sorry. That's why I know how to do it. There we go. So what I did here, if you see it here, let me see where's my mouse. So the only thing they gave me was, they gave me this column right here. They gave me this column right here, this column, and this column, and this one, the needs. That for me wasn't workable, because again, I didn't know when the original post was done. I didn't know when I had to do a new post. I didn't know where I need to do the bump. I didn't know at what time I gotta do the bump. I didn't know what was the frequency of the bump. I didn't know what was the size of the group. I didn't know how many posts were averaging for that group. There's some groups that average 50 posts a day. There's some groups that average 1,000 posts a day. So I didn't know everything. I didn't know this. I didn't know this. So what I created, okay, I kept the original bump. Okay, you see the ones that are ready? That means I need to post new ones. So I was like, okay, let's start it. Let's add the size of the group column, 1. Let's add the how many posts are done on average per the group. And let's see how many times, once I know these two columns, then I know how many times I'll have to post a day. What does that mean? If there's only like 50 postings on that group, then maybe once a day works. But if there is 2,000 posts in that group, there's probably, I have to post it like 5 times a day so that I can be on the top of the list. Right now, it's only 1 or twice. So I'm trying to train my VA on how to get the habit of doing it. And once she knows, then I'll bump this 2 to 5 postings a day. You know what I mean? So then I had this, and then I made this, how many postings a day? And then I put here, okay, when was the first one that I posted? Boom, 9/29. How many times do I want to post new postings? He's like, well, not every day, because you can bump it every day, but you don't want to post every day because you only post 11, you can only post 11 at once. So I put myself on a 14-day schedule. Every 14 days, I gotta post a new post. And I have, you see a template right here. I have various in English, and I have various in Spanish, and the personals. So I'll post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until I get to 11, or I'll repeat, and then maybe the next 11 are in Spanish, and then on and so forth, just a combination. So then I created this. So I posted it. I posted on the 9/29. What happens in 14 days? In 14 days, I gotta post a new one. So my VA can go here and sort it. Here, you know what? I posted all these today, 10/7, 10/9, 10/9. Okay. Now, when she comes in the morning, she's like, do I have, the first thing that she asks herself, do I have to post anything today? Any new postings? So you sort it by date. Not yet. We're on the 9th. So you don't have to post nothing. Okay, perfect. That's cleared out. Second thing, what do I need to bump in today? What do I have to bump? You sort here by bump. Okay. All these need to get bumped today. So then what she does, they gave me this. So you see here, and you see here, there's only one time a day that has to get bumped, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's one time a day, she has to post when she bumped it. So this is the previous thing that they gave us. It was a link to the whole group. Like, well, see, this one, they kicked me out of the group. I already know that. I'm out of the group. Like, I bet you my posting's not there no more.
Why would they kick you out?
It happens. It happens. So what I'll do here, join group, and then what I put here, and today is the 10th. And then approval. So then here, when did I request it? It's put pending. We can actually just delete this. There's no new post there. when you post there, no post there, but here I'll put ready. No, pending, MP. That's what they use MP. I don't know what that means. So then I changed this to MP, which is pending. I put this to pending approval. This is the link. Now here I can tell you, see, there's 9,100 members right here. You see right here, the bottom, 69 posts a day. That's something that I can use data. So then I go right here, posts per day, and I put 69. Now 69 posts a day, I can only post once. I don't need to post more than once a day on that one. So see that one I got kicked out. So let's go look at this one. So then my VA comes in here and you put pending here. So, so let's say you go on this one. This one should already have a post. So then like, oh, I have to bump it today. Perfect. And so you click it right here. Let's see. Hope that they didn't kick me out of this one either. See, they kicked me out of this one as well. I gotta join it again.
You've been posting too much, Ace.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
Ace,
sorry, yeah. Hold on,
Are
hold on.
are those posts in the regular like marketing, or you put in the discussion?
Discussion?
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. The reason why that's under pending or blocked is because I'm using my personal profile. I have another profile that's for my Facebook group profile. So that's why it was pending. Let me show you. Let me see if I can show it to you right here. I was like, why did they kick me out? I shouldn't have been like that. So I backtracked it. But okay, so it was ready already. So this one's ready. It's good. It's good. If I was in my original in my group's profile, I'll click at this link, and this link sends me directly to the post itself. And in the post itself, it'll take me to the actual post, and I just bump it. Put hey, I'm still looking, or etc. But I have to create it. I created this so I can show my VA how to go in the morning and check does she need to put new posts? Because right now, if I sort it, I have all this one needs to this one needs to get a new posting. These ones are blocked. This one needs to get a new posting. So she still needs to post new things. I'll do this. So basically in the morning, she'll come here and post new here. They can only do up to 11 new. So then all these will get posted today. Let's say 11 new postings there. And then so that she's ready here. If it's pending, some people put pending on they don't approve it right away. As far as they don't approve the posting, the administrator has to approve it first. So then I put pending. So she knows that I don't have a link to it yet because it's pending. Once it's approved, then we'll update this. So then once she finishes the 11 here, then she goes to, okay, one needs to get bumped. She will always have new bumps every single day. So right here, she sorts it. She'll hopefully it gets to a point right here where all the bumps get done. Like this is wrong. She changed these. These, if it's already a posting right here, then she's barely learning how to do it. So all these have to get posted the next day. They have to get bumped every single day. Like you don't, she probably messed up with this. So every day, once there's a posting there has to be a bump the next day. These ones, there are pending, which are these ones. Here, she should have put pending. Because we don't have a post yet. So we can't bump it.
Arturo, how is she bumping it? What's she doing to bump it?
All you do is go to the post itself and put on the notes or on the comments, still looking, or anything out there, and that it puts the post on top of the what's it called, of the whole group's posting. It's simple. It's just like a posting. You can put a picture. You can say hi. So you see here, so there we go. So she posted today, this 11 right here. I don't know even, is that 11? Well, she put this one. You see this? See here, I don't know why she said it's pending post link, and she has here 10-9. If it was pending a post, then you should put pending here, because if it doesn't say anything, you have to have had a link here. Again, you see how I know what I need, but maybe my VA doesn't know exactly. So I gotta first teach her how to crawl, and then once she's versed in it, then I can just do more. Because eventually you want to have like maybe 100, 200 groups. You know what I mean? Just keep on growing it. But yeah, what I paid for was for how to do it. It took longer than what I was thinking it was going to take. But then it was limited as far as how can I understand it and then pass it over to somebody else to do. So I had to create like 7 different other steps so that my VA can go every morning and see what needs to get posted today. If there's blanks here, that means she needs to post new 11 ones. And then she has to track here. Do I have to post new ones? So basically delete the old one and post a new one. And then once, let's say on the 13th, once she posts these new ones, then she needs to change this date to 10/13 and change this date to 10/28. And then change this date to 10/14. You see, but it gets kind of complex, but it's simple. I just need to literally hold her by the hand until she gets it, and then I can let her go here. And then I still spot check though. Any questions, Greg? And I can go into it next Friday. And next Friday, I can show you guys how to do it, because again, it is worth paying for it. But if you have the time, I'll show you guys how to do it. You know what I mean? And I can share this template.
My interest in Ace was, I think what he said was these leads are more of a warm response because it's actually them contacting you.
Yep.
And that's why I asked that question.
Yeah, because they're raising their hand.
Yeah.
Anybody that raises their hand, has a need. You know what I mean? It's like bandit signs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people that do SEOs and they submit a lead with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what I want to be at, where I can have 150 postings out there every single day actively, and every bump it puts my posting on top. Mm-hmm. And then as I master how to do it simple enough for my VA can do it on a daily basis, maybe that's a 2-hour task for her. And the ones that need to get bumped twice, then it'll be another 30 minutes.
That costs you $6.
That cost me $6 to be in 150 groups. And the good thing about this, you can add up. If you add up all these groups, in front of how many people are you every single day?
Mm-hmm.
You see 5,000, 1,000, 500, 7,000, 2,000. That's a lot of people. So then they see me out there, and then they see this here, and they see me on the website. Again, I'm trying to be in front of everybody. But you can get all these leads, but if you can't talk on the phone, you're not gonna get the lead. That's where we have to have good conversation. Again, we have, like Claude says, we have to get good phone. Because you can have all the leads you want, but if you can't convert. This is good because it's free. It cost me money because I wanted to do it faster. And if I knew it was gonna take a little bit longer, maybe I would have done it myself. You know what I mean? Again, we pay for speed, guys. Like literally, we paid for the learning curve to be a week instead of 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that's again, anybody that tells you otherwise, again, they might not be truthful to themselves. you pay for a service and you expect a service. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like with Justin, I pay to be in the group to show me how to convert better, faster, to minimize the curve. And I've already learned from him a lot.
Mhm.
And like anybody that says I'll pay for a service and expect that whenever I get it, I'll get it. No, that's not how it works. Again, this is unfortunately, this is not a hobby, it's a business. Hold on, this is
So,
hello.
Arturo, could you please say
Go ahead.
how you,
Yeah, at 1:30, right? Oh, I apologize. I'll hit myself that way right now. I apologize. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Could you please just say real quick, maybe I missed it, how you get the link of where your post is?
So let's say go right here. Let's see. Hold on, let me. Hold on. Hey, Andy. Okay. Okay, so you don't have the keys to the gate? Okay. And you said the co-owner, is that like a husband of yours or? Oh, your ex. Okay. Okay. And you guys are both on board to sell the property?
Yes, with an agreement to sell the property.
Well, I can join again.
She just can't make it right now because he got stuck at work.
Okay. Well, how big is it that 4-foot fence?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's okay. I can jump it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll jump it and I'll take pictures.
The screw, like the.
Yeah, I'll bring my
drill?
screw, my drill.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and wait.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye. You see how she wanted to postpone it?
Mhm.
Like, nah, I need to get that shit right now. I need to go right now. You don't have to jump. I'll jump the fence. Most people would have said, nah, let's wait for next week. See, in this business, time is everything. So let me show you a group right here. Sorry if you saw that. That's my friends group from soccer. Sorry if you guys saw that. I apologize. Groups. So let's say, I'll put it right now. I'm making sure.
Arturo, if you need to go ahead and go. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm almost done. Okay, so you see, you're seeing this?
Yes.
Okay, so all you do, once you post, like here, let me show you a picture. You always want to put a picture. So you see this picture, right? You click right here. Let's see.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, it has to be an image. This one. You see the image right here? It gives itself a link. You see this link? If you click this link and you copy this link and you paste it in another place,
Okay.
it goes to the direct post itself. So then right here, you post your bump. Because what he was telling me was to save the group, this group. So let's say if I save this group, my VA is gonna take a long time to search for my post, because basically he has to go here and then she says to search my name and then search the post. You see how that takes a long time?
Right.
So by posting a picture and then clicking on the picture and then saving the picture, link, and then put that one in the spreadsheet, you click on, you paste the link for the picture, it takes you to the link to the post itself. He's like, oh wow, I didn't even know how to do that. See, just for that, he should have given me the free, but he didn't give it for free. Hey, this saves you a lot of time. This, just having the link itself to the post, that
Yeah, that's a
speed,
great idea.
that saves
Great idea.
tons of time.
So you have to have a picture, or can you have that?
It's
that
better to have a picture because it's easier. Because right here, I can do it with a regular posting, but let me show you this. Let's say, where is it? Yeah. So let's say it's like this. Words, right? Okay, like this. Let's say it's this one, right? This words. I'm looking to buy a house, whatever. You gotta go right here first. You gotta save the post. And then say you want to save it in new collection. Test. Okay. Now you gotta go right here. And then you gotta go to, you see the steps that I gotta go through? Save. That's what basically what my VA has to go through. And then look for the ones that are test. And then go right here. And then actually click this link and go to the link. It'll save it. But what if you have 150 bumps to do? How do you know which one's which? You see, eventually you'll have 150 in this area, 150 bumps. How do you know which is which group? How do you know which one needs to get post where? How do you know this? Let me show you. Like, how do you know this one needs to get bumped today? Or how do you know it's this link? And how do you know it's this link? He said, well, look at the group's name. Well, I don't have the group's name in the link. That's the next step I got to do. Like, it has to say group. You see, the groups are listed by numbers. There's no, yeah, like, well, maybe you should have put a group name. Like, that's an extra task. I'd rather just, in the same sheet right here, my VA just clicks right here and it goes to the direct posting. She literally can have her Facebook closed. And as long as the password is safe, all she do is click right here and it automatically goes to the post. And then she updates and then she closes it. And then she updates this number and then she goes to the next one. You see, I'm not even on Facebook, but the links for Facebook. He's like, because I don't want my VA to leave this template. Because imagine if she has to go back and forth between this and Facebook, this and Facebook, this and Facebook, this and Facebook. That takes a long time.
Right.
All righty, guys. Go ahead.
Are you?
Thank you.
Are your groups just in Texas?
Am I what?
Are your groups just in Texas that you're posted in?
Yeah, these are just in my area.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can definitely do it in other areas. You can definitely expand it to other areas. Okay, it's not that hard. You saw it wasn't that hard. You know what I mean? It's just learning the right way to do it, that it's simple to do. And then once you have the ball rolling, you can pass it on to somebody else. Because again, I tell everybody, like, where is most of your time needed to be invested? Mine is going to see this person that called me. That's where I can make 10K on the deal. And it's true that she wanted 40. I brought it down 30 over the phone. I'll probably lock it up for 25. I can sell that house for like probably 37. But you see, that's where most of my time should go to being in front of customers, either on the phone or physically. But you see, perfect example. She wanted to postpone it. Like, no, let's not postpone it. I'll jump the fence. It's like, I don't know if it's Reed's still here. He's like, Reed, I'm knocking on the door. I might get cussed out or whatever, but I'm knocking on that door. Hey, are you selling your house? If they don't answer, post it, call them. If you do answer, tell them your boss hired you for this, and ask them if they're selling. But you see, I'm being aggressive towards getting my money, getting my deals locked up. I'm not sending a text. I'm calling. I'm not calling. I'm knocking on the door. And then from there, I reverse engineer it. If they don't answer my door knock, they see my post-it. If they don't see my post-it, they hear my call. If they don't hear my call, they see my text. But the fastest way to ask a girl to go out with you is to ask her in front of her, right? You don't tell her, hey, you want to go out? That's the easiest way because a rejection kind of feels better through text. No, I'm busy. But when you're on front, you get that quick reaction. And then she lies to you, like, oh, you're lying to me. I can see it in your face. You're lying. Lie to me, girl. Okay, guys. Next week, Friday, if you guys want, put it on the group that you want me to go to the Facebook groups that I have, and I'll share the template so everybody can do it on your own. Is that good?
Great.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
All right, guys, get out there, guys. Make some calls.
Yes, absolutely.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Nice Friday, guys.
Good
Enjoy.
luck. Thank you.
Welcome, guys.